So we are in business, and now we are going to get the ball rolling. So hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode of The Expert Talk, your unique destination for insightful conversations with experienced professionals. I'm your host Suzette, as you know, and more about me later during this show. This podcast will help you to delve deep into the minds of accomplished experts who share their expertise and insights. And without further ado, I would like to start directly presenting you my guest today. I am very, very happy and very, very excited because today I'm going to talk to Mosongo Moukwa. I hope I pronounced this correctly, Mosongo.
You did. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, and I would like to give a short summary about your broad expertise. So please correct me afterwards if I was wrong. So you have more than 30 years of experience driving innovation, profitability, and business transformation. As an executive, best-selling author, and leadership coach, you are specialized in growth strategies for fast-evolving global markets. With a track record at SC Johnson, I guess they are well known for hygiene products. Reichhold, they are going to make, I guess, rubber, they are in the rubber industry. Then Asian Paints, as well as Eviant, they are producing polymers. Then we have PCBL, and we have also Hathaway Advanced Materials. So a very broad and different background. Your expertise spans chemicals, materials, and advanced manufacturing across global markets. Moreover, your Amazon first bestseller, Be a Leader of Significance, empowers executives to unlock creativity, build high-performance teams, and drive lasting impact. So through consulting, you help businesses streamline operations, seize new opportunities, and stay ahead of the competition. So Mosongo, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on your show. Thank you. Thank you.
And what do you think? Did I summarize your broad expertise good?
No, you did. Actually, so after spending over 30 years in senior leadership in corporate, what I really felt is that even though the working in the corporate was extremely rewarding, full of decision making, mentoring, innovation, but there was always a desire for something more personal. So for years, Suzette, I danced between corporate life and entrepreneurship, launching ventures and then returning to corporate role. But eventually, that dance led me to take a leap to full entrepreneurship. So the core came really too strong to ignore when one of the companies I was working for, they got sold to private equity investors. So I knew then it was time for me to step out on my own and create something meaningful. Now, transitioning to entrepreneurship was not easy. So because without a mentor, without a coach to guide me directly, so I really leaned on lessons from my corporate experience and I pursue every opportunity to learn. I attended lectures, I took courses, I connected with people, I applied new insight to my journey, but yet, there were moments where I felt a great deal of isolation, trying to balance the business demands with family commitment, dealing with stress, and sometimes moment of despair. But what I've learned is that sometimes it takes getting lost to find your true direction. Because our struggle, as challenging as they may be, they become like the turning point that bring us closer to where we truly belong. So this hardship really refined me, much like rocks, crush to make diamond, reminding me that our journey is about actually more than just financial success. It's about the purpose, right? It's about resilience and fulfillment. So that's really what I've been doing. So as an entrepreneur, for your listener there, I deeply understand the journey if you're an entrepreneur that you're navigating. Each one of us face unique challenges, moments of self-doubt, and the temptation to give up, frankly. I've experienced those psychological struggles that come with entrepreneurship, feeling isolated, feeling stuck, searching for ways to grow while balancing time with family and loved ones. But I think at the end of the day, through resilience and clear sense of purpose, I was able to create my own path, so to speak, learning how to work alongside fears, overcoming limiting beliefs, and so on and so on. And today, what I do is that I help a small business owner for them to go through those challenges, helping them to grow their business, improving the revenue, and trying to build a fulfilling and balanced life while achieving their entrepreneurial dream. So that's really what I'm doing currently.
Thank you so much, Mosongo. Very interesting what you just explained, and I completely understand that resilience is very important. It's just reminding me about, I guess, a quote of somebody I just recently talked to, and he said, "To start is easy, but to continue is hard."
Yes, 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 and that is true because many times I find myself is that should I give up? Could I give up? But I could not, because like my growth mindset just kept me going and trying to learn something new, and that's really what actually helped me achieve not only in my corporate role but as well as an entrepreneur.
Very interesting. So I have so many questions.
Yeah.
The first thing, maybe we can speak a bit about your time during your corporate life. I
Yeah.
was reading in your CV that you were responsible also for global markets, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you worked or you helped companies across the US, India, Mexico, Austria, Japan, the Netherlands, and Belgium. So I
That's
just
correct.
flashed. It's so impressive. And I have a question relating this different kind of markets. What or how important do you think is to understand cultural diversity in business?
What are you talking with respect to market, or
In general, I mean, in general, if I'm doing business, how important is, if I'm doing business with somebody from the Asian market, I am a company, I'm based in the UK, I would like to, launch a product in the Asian market. So how important is to understand the business culture, the culture in general, so the culture diversity.
Yes, yes, and I understand your question. It is important because it really comes down to understanding the customer. A customer in Germany is different than a customer in France. A customer in Mexico is different than a customer in India. So first of all, when you come there, you should not be arrogant, thinking that you know it all. You have to go there with the mind of learning, because what actually you're doing, you are just trying to learn about your customer. They have a different sensitivity. For example, in India, the people there, they are very price sensitive. So it's more different there of few paisa, the local currency. They can just move elsewhere. So quality is there, but people look for that. But then you have a group of people there, the middle class, upper middle class. They're looking for quality. They're looking for brand. They're looking for a foreign brand, so that they feel that will distinguish themselves in the role and the brand compared to others. So you really need to understand that, because at the end of the day, that's really what it is. Because what you are looking for is that you must be able to enter the conversation that is taking place in the head of your prospect. Another way of looking at it is that to be able to address the number one question your prospect mind at that particular time. So that's really what you need to do. So you need to the conversation that is taking in every prospect is around two things. Is it what is the problem they cannot get rid of, and then two, what is the solution that they desperately need? Because what happens is that we all hate to be sold, but we love to buy, yeah. And what the customer will do is that they're going through this buying journey. So they're looking, should I buy? They also ask themselves, maybe I should not buy, and so on. So I think that first of all, that's the number two question that you need to apply. But what I found, Suzette, is that over the years, I realized that it comes down actually to a very simple formula. One is that you need to captivate. You need to have a headline that says the problem your prospect cannot get rid of. It could be for that particular prospect or that particular prospect segment. It may be just price. For others, it may be something else. And then you need to fascinate them, meaning that you need to state the promise of a solution they want, but they desperately need. So that's what it is. And then you need to educate them. You need to provide either verbally or in writing the evidence that your prospect and that your product is superior in every way. And then finally, you have to close by making a compelling offer that really is so irresistible to your prospect. But to circle back to your question of cultural, I would say that if you look at it in terms of this is another set of customers, let me try to understand them where they are within their cultural environment. So then it makes it easy for you then to address. So don't just take a product that was tailored for, let's say, for American consumer, and then try to move it to an Indian consumer or to a Brazilian consumer without really understanding whether that product is actually meeting their needs, whatever their needs are within their cultural sphere. So you need to spend time to prospect that. So that's what it is. Which means that what I used to do, Suzette, when I went to many of those countries, I was very humble, and I tried to learn about the people. I tried to learn about the culture. I tried to connect with them. In India, for example, I attended even many of the marriages of some of the employees there. Then the beginning really to get to know them, and they also appreciate that when you are showing that sensitivity. In fact, in all the countries, they appreciate that. You go to Brazil, you learn a few words of Portuguese, you're talking to people, they appreciate that. You go to India, I learn a few words of Hindi. The average man, they appreciate that when you're talking to them. Then they're more inclined into conversing with you, and then through that dialogue, you can pick up some clues on exactly what they're looking for. They may not necessarily express it, but you have sometimes to read between the lines. And maybe the problem they're taking is not the problem they're trying to solve, but actually it's only a symptom of another problem that actually they're trying to solve.
No, there is not just a yes or no, Mosongo. That would be very strange. Totally. Thank you so much for sharing such insights. I was also, thinking about the importance of speaking the language. But you already touched this topic a bit, so I'm almost fine. I understood that it's very important to at least, say thank you, hello, how are you, have a great day in the specific language of the country you are going to sell or you are going to make business, because then you are going to bond, right? So the language is like,
Yeah. That connection at the person level it's extremely important, and I'm saying it not only with the customer, but even employees that you're working with, because what I've realized is that across the world, what employees are looking for is number one, they want to feel valued. They will feel value in different way. Value doesn't mean necessarily giving them a raise, but simple gesture like acknowledging them. I remember when I was in India many years ago, there was this manager who one day reminded me that while I was walking through the corridor, I told him, I said, "Hey, listen, I see you. I did not forget you." And then I went away. He told me that comment there made his day because he felt like it was value, that was part of something bigger that I was doing. So those simple gestures there are extremely important.
You're
After you have
right.
to learn
And
also.
this is also the connection to your book, because you wrote a book about be a leader of significance. And I would like to understand, what do you mean with significance? What is this? Because it's a very, let's say in German, it's a very important and very heavy word, but the meaning is so broad. So maybe you can explain in English what the meaning is for you.
Yes. I mean, you can lead them in different ways. You have an extreme part which is leading that which is more transactional. I do this in exchange, you do this for me. So I remember I worked for a CEO many years ago. When I went to his office, he was new in his position, so I was describing to him what I was doing in my department. And then I was trying to inquire what was the expectation. So his answer was very short. He said, "You scratch my back, I scratch yours." So which is probably an extreme case of transactional. Huh? But then what I'm advocating is that is a leadership where you are touching not only the mind, but also the heart of the people. So I mentioned, what are people are looking for? People are looking, number one, to be valued. And I gave you one example. They're looking to be valued. They also want to have a sense of belonging. So I was years ago. I was by the coffee shop. I asked this scientist. I asked him. I said, "Can you tell me what is it there that really brings you every day to work?" And then I was expecting this individual to tell me, "We're doing a great polymer, great chemistry. You're giving us good project, and so on." What he told me is actually, "No, I enjoy working here because during lunchtime I can play ping pong. Because when I'm playing ping pong, I can meet Mike, we can talk to him, and so on." So that sense of belonging, the sense of affiliation was extremely important for him. Yeah, so that's what it is. And then finally, I think what the people are also looking for, and I think it's across the world, they're looking for what people are calling psychological safety. Just to give you an example, there was this employee, a young lady. She was in marketing, and then she got transferred into my department. And then as we have gotten to feel comfortable with each other and so on, I asked her one day. I said, "Hey, what was happening there?" And then she told me. She said that initially, when she was part of that group, people will come, give her assignment. She will invite you to meetings. Her boss would say, what a great job she was doing, and so on. And then over time, what happened is that she was no longer invited. She began to hear rumor that her work was not up par, and so on. And then what I asked her, I said, "Why did you not go and talk to him in terms of, hey, what's happening here? I'm no longer invited in those meetings." She said she did not even feel safe to ask that question. She said in the group, especially, she was feeling invisible. So that psychological safety is very important. I sometimes tell people, when you go to a meeting, don't always ask who is here. Sometimes you need to ask who is not here, because some people perhaps they will just ignore when in fact they have a lot to contribute. So people want to feel that space where they can speak and where they can feel that they belong and where they can feel that they're valued. That's what I'm calling that leadership of significance, because you really want to impact people. You want to not just the mind, but also their heart. Huh?
Thank you so much, Mosongo. This was a very good explanation, and also the examples you are sharing, they are so interesting. So thank you so much. I have another question, and this is maybe also already my last one, because the time is flying. I would like to jump back quickly. I would like to jump back quickly to your time as an entrepreneur. I mean, you are still an entrepreneur, right? But when you started, you mentioned at the beginning that it was so tough, to get the things rolling, because you were also looking for a mentor, for an expert, for somebody, for an advisor who can just, you could just ask, for advice and for help and for support. So, and I would like to understand, are you still available, to help people, to support businesses, young businesses, startups, or any kind of small and medium-sized companies as an expert?
Yeah, that's what Suzette, that's what I'm currently doing. Yeah, I'm currently working as a coach, coaching entrepreneurs, small business owners, for them to improve their revenue. That's what that's what I'm currently doing. And my program actually it's very simple. Huh? What I'm doing is that I'm trying to empower them, huh? So that they could actually unlock those hidden revenue. Huh? So that's what I'm looking for. And because as a small business owner, what rather than feeling overworked or underpaid and making time to the family, they have so many of those challenges. And my program, I'm helping them to how to bring that, how they can shift from feeling the hardest working, lowest pay employee in their own company to becoming a confident leader. So I'm calling it path to profit. So it's just not a strategy that I'm teaching, but there are strategies that actually have delivered results. So the program is designed to increase the revenue in the first year, and it depends upon client to client. So that's a program I usually run for a period of 12 months, so for a year. So the strategies are tailored in marketing, sales, and operation, and then they will achieve then a steady revenue growth, they will reduce costs, and create a self-sustaining business model. So that's what it is. So in the area of revenue growth, they will learn how to bring steady sales without extra advertisement spend. In the area of cost optimization, they will learn how to streamline their operations, save money, and so on. And then the area of customer base, they will learn how to build a solid foundation. Now, why this program works? I mean, it's not just a set of strategies. Actually, the journey that is backed by my own experience. I've been in your shoe as an entrepreneur. I know what it takes to transform a business into something sustainable. So, as an entrepreneur who faced similar struggle, I know the importance of having clarity in terms of where you need to go. So that's what I'm providing there in my coaching. So it's a one-on-one coaching. So that's what it is there. A virtual coaching, time commitment, 3 to 5 hours per week. I devote 1 hour working with them. So for them, 3 to 5 per week, meeting 1 hour learning strategies, do some homework and so on, and then 2 to 4 hours applying them and so on. And then we meet once a week consistently like that over months and months and months so that they can actually see the results.
Thank you so much, Mosongo. This sounds very efficient, frankly speaking. I'm very interested in this, and I'm strongly recommending this to all the listeners and viewers of today's The Expert Talk episode. Mosongo, one last thing. So maybe in 30 seconds, could you just give a last hint, like a quote or some kind of motivation, you would like to share with the audience? Some kind of, I don't know, motivation, spirit, saying, you have in your mind.
No, what I would say is that I know you are going through struggles. You have been working very hard and so on. Don't lose hope. There are many opportunities there. There are many resources there. Obviously, me as a coach, I'm a resource, but I'm sure there are many resources there. Don't be afraid to talk about those. If you're struggling with some psychological or mental issues that you're dealing with there, don't be afraid to talk to loved ones, to talk to friends, because I can assure you, many of them are going through the same struggle. So just step out there, and most of all, reconnect with your purpose. Try to remind yourself, why are you doing this? And that's really the driving force for you to continue to do.
That's so lovely and wonderful. Thank you so much, Mosongo. And that's indeed wrapping up our enlightening episode of today's The Expert Talk. So thank you so much, Mosongo Moukwa. It was a pleasure talking to you. And folks, remember, success is the journey, and having the guidance and the wisdom of such an experienced expert like Mosongo is one makes all the difference. Mosongo, it was a pleasure talking to you. I am very, very happy. I'm delighted. So it was very nice. I wish you a wonderful day. And yeah, let's stay connected.
Yes. And to that, if I may just add, I am willing for those who are entrepreneurs there to give them some free up my time, in terms of can I interview them for the second edition of my book on small business owners. And then I'll spend also another time coaching them, showing them how those strategies apply to the business at no cost. So if there are, but the number of people limited. So the 5 people that could come through your program, if they can connect with me, I'll be more than happy to spend a few hours at no cost to them describing more some of those strategies.
So that's a very incredible offer so far. So please get in touch with us so that we can connect you with Mosongo. So thank you very much again, Mosongo, and have a nice day.
Thank you.